Hello and welcome to my live stream violin practice, where I'm gonna practice some music from TV series. I just chose two because I think that that's enough for 1 hour. But please do tell me if you're thinking about other TV shows that would be nice to do. I thought myself of Game of Thrones would also be a good idea to do. So this could be a series. Um, I just, I got a comment on Danish from United States, and it looks like it's written in the right way, but the last thing it says is we are looking. Vi ser frem til denne uges konkurrence, which means we're looking forward to this week's competition. Or I think I don't know if there is any competition. At least I don't know. Maybe you meant something else. But otherwise, nice to get a Danish comment. Yeah. So I wrote some sheet music from Last of Us theme and also from the Witcher, the toss a coin to your Witcher. And I know this is not the theme song, actually. The theme song is different. And there are a lot of, I think there are kind of 6 or 7 famous songs from this series. So I just chose my favorite, which is Toss a Coin. Yeah. So I don't know what I want to start with, but guess I could. I must say, I only wrote the music. I didn't practice because I'm gonna practice tonight, and I just hope it works for the violin because this is it's kind of a tryout. Usually, when I choose a new music, I would listen and write some music, but sometimes I also just toss it away because it doesn't really suit the violin. It's still fun to do, and I still got to practice at least and try new things. But let's see if this works. I really hope so. And it should have said we're looking forward to this week's practice. Yeah, practice. I really hate competitions, so I guess that. But it could have been, a competition where if you guess my next number, you could win something. But I don't have that. Could be an idea. I don't know. Yeah. So toss a coin to the Witcher. I think I would love that. Dandelion is a suggestion. I really haven't heard. Maybe I recognize it if I listen to it, but I have a list of song suggestions, so I will put it there. Yeah. So as you can see, I have my headset on. I'm gonna listen to it as usual in my headset when I play, and let's see how it goes. There is like there is an accompaniment of a guitar in this one, so it would actually suit very well a duet. But yeah, that could be a great idea. I just thought it would be a violin solo, but maybe I would play it with someone else also someday. So I'll just put the tempo down as usual. Oh, now I get it. The musician. Yeah, that's true. That's his name. It's been a while since I watched it. Right now I'm on Last of Us because there is a new season, and I'm also watching Vikings for the first time. I love this show. It's not the opening music is not so well written for a violin at least, but I don't know. Maybe I'll watch so many episodes. I will start in it someday. Right. It's like it's a bit out of tune. Wow. So okay, so I thought it was in D. I thought it was in B minor, but I guess it's in B flat minor. So, all right. So I have the thing that I love to play it in an original tone or the original key, but this time it's in a key that is not really well suited for the violin. So, but maybe I'll do it. So I guess it will be without music for the start. And that's the theme that comes there. Hello, hand pink waving. I don't know what that means. Oh well. But hello, welcome to the stream. I am just in the midst of finding out which key I should play it in. I actually just thought it was a bit out of tune, but it has to get actually a half note lower. So I think. No. Or is he out of tune? I'm not sure. I shouldn't be. And what's up? What's up, Ratchet? I'm not really sure I said it the right way, but but nice to see you here. I'm happy. I'm fresh. It's a bit hot here in Denmark right now, so my living room's at 25 Celsius degrees. So, but we're like facing the south side, so the sun shines in here all day. So it's a hot practice. Let's say that. So that would be okay. I can just show you. Maybe I could change the whole thing. That could be nice if I could do that. Yeah. So, so that would be, it's up here. What happens if I do this? I think that worked. Oh, look at that. I got the key with 5 Bs. My violin is not happy right now because usually I love playing in keys like D, D major, G major, A, C, something like that, because I get to use my open strings to help me with playing 2 notes at a time, because I have G, D, A, and E. Yeah, so if I get these keys, I get kind of, yeah. Well, let's see. At least I can play with the original right now. 40 degrees. Yeah, I know I shouldn't complain, but yeah. Also, right now at this time of year, is it 40 degrees there? So that's all right, but I can really feel that I'm not in the right key for my violin. It's all right, I could do it, but yeah, I'm in the midst to change it. Yeah, I agree. 20 degrees is a perfect temperature outside. But inside, it's 25 degrees inside here. So I'm not sure what it is outside, but it's yeah. But I shouldn't complain. We just had a long winter here, so yeah. And I don't know if you know the temperature in Denmark, but it can get quite cold because it's we have a very humid temperature or humid air, so it feels colder than it really is. Uh, yeah, a lot of rain, lot of wind. That's about the weather. Yes, I also no, I didn't. I haven't practiced the Last of Us theme yet. I just started with the toss of coin to Witcher. Um, and I also got your mail about the Hindi music. I think it sounds really good. I really loved, especially the third song you mentioned. But I know that I have to kind of practice it and feel if it's something that I could do. Mostly because it's when playing different such a different genre, I can really hear that the way of playing their instruments and using the scales in another way. I would use some time to really capture that feeling in some Hindi music to do it right. So I think that would be something that I would work a bit more on before actually posting it. Oh well, you have plenty. Yeah. So about the key, oh, I can't really decide what to do. I think I will just try once more in my key, and then maybe figure out from then what sounds good. Actually, as you can see here, I tried to write some of the guitar notes. So, but I think it should be a second voice. Maybe I would play the melody and actually in my recording maybe add some pizzicato, because it has this great guitar part. Yeah, maybe I would do that. For now, just a melody. yeah. So I'll just redo again to the 5 Bs, because I still think it would be nice to play it in the original. It's just, it doesn't have the same feeling. So and it's just a good challenge. And a favorite key that I would think that it depends, but I think that D major is a good key. And mainly because you get to use so many of the open strings. And then you can, like, I don't know, it just sounds good with more several tones. So, and if I were to do the same in this key, I would not be able to. It would sound horrible, so I won't do it. Yeah. And yes, I recorded a video, and I'm just right now finishing up the editing process. So I have 8 parts of the Argent tournament. The music there from World of Warcraft, and those 8 parts I also recorded in a recording software program. And so I need to match those and be sure that it looks good. And I have some trouble with getting the recording mastered or mixed well, so I'm working a bit on that. But I think this week I will post it. And actually, I use this camera for video for the video recording, and it's a GoPro. So when I use it for a webcam, it's not that good. I know I'm talking often about it, but to use it in nature, it's magnificent good. So it's in 4K and 60 FPS, if you know what I'm talking about. So very good quality, and I filmed it by the water, and it just really looks really great. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, to show you. And thank you for keeping me up to speed with doing this video, because I tend to keep my things, and not because I don't want others to see it, but mainly just because that I want to work so long with it that it's something about the perfectionist and fear of maybe fear of the thing that is not good enough. I guess it's very normal to have it that way. And yeah, that was the one with the rocks. Maybe I can show you a bit of what it looks like. Nah. But it was down by the rocks, and it was so great because when I started recording, it was only me and my camera, and when I was done with part 1, there were someone doing an applause up by where you can walk, and suddenly I also saw that there was someone sitting there just enjoying the concert for two or three of my parts. So that was really nice, actually. So I thought that, well, I can also do a concert in the forest or by the beach. Yeah. And yeah, I know about the perfection. And it's not that I don't think that it doesn't sound good or anything. And the video now is really good, but I think I overthink the process of posting things. And I see so many great musicians posting these incredible videos, and I'm like, so if it's not there, then I don't feel comfortable posting it, or I'm just overthinking it. And if someone saw my little short the little video where I combined it, it took me so many hours to put that to edit it, and then I had to edit and put voiceover and post it, and I'm like, um, it's yeah, it really takes a lot of time. So and your mind is thinking about that. It's just looks so easy for others, and I guess it's not easy for any of us. It's just when you only see the final result of everyone, it seems like then it's always easy. And yeah, but yeah, I had an audience, and it really helped me actually. It was sunny, and people were walking their dogs and thinking, hey, let's just have a concert. And I actually had the thought, what are people gonna think, or are they gonna think they're gonna get in the way of the camera, or not at all. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna record some more music, and right now our forest is so beautiful green, so I will go film in the forest next time. Um, so when I record outside, do I end overdubbing? Um, I actually almost only use the recording that I recorded beforehand, simply because that I, I d- I record it, and then I have one ear pod in my ear, which is facing the other way that the camera can't see. Very clever. And then I'm just the most important thing for me is actually to have the bowing right and the fingering as right as I can get it, or I can remember it, because there is a big difference between playing on open strings, for example, instead of so I have to pay attention to what I was playing when I recorded it. So it sound. I know that not many people are gonna hear it, but I know for sure that other violinists will hear the difference. So just for my own sake, um, and but actually I had a little bit of sound of the waves in the background, and the wind. So maybe I'm gonna add just a tiny bit where I can't hear myself, but I can hear the wind, because it seemed that then it seems more natural, because I just recorded it out in the forest, or in the by the ocean, which I didn't. But I like to fine tune the audio beforehand. I think it gives the best result. Um, Getting the fingers to match the recording, very very true. But the hardest part for me is actually not the fingering when it's fast, but actually when it's more of a flowy piece where I don't have the rhythm. Then I'm like having a long note and like waiting for myself in my recording. When is the next note? Oh, there it is, and then it looks very out of sync. So actually, before I move on, I would like to just show a bit that I got a comment last time regarding that when I play, I usually not I'm not playing with all of my bow hairs. I'm only playing with the edge of them, and usually I can use all of my bow hairs, and I also do, but I rarely do it on my live streams, because or when I practice, because I'm not playing as loud as I would be when I play a concert. And when playing with these bow hairs, I always learned that you have to measure your bow weight. So the bow is always very more heavy in this part, the bottom part, the part that is called a frog. So naturally you would tilt the bow, so you only play on few of the hairs, and then when you go out to the end, you would actually tilt it, so you use more of your hairs. So this kind of movement where you like point it out and then you play and then you go this way is the way of having a more soft sound. So I could like, so if I would play one long note using my whole bow, I would do this. About that. If I were to use all of the hairs, I would be very controlled with my hand. I could do that, but it would sound more rough. And also up here, it would be very, if I would to play very, very soft pianissimo, I would turn to the side and I would play in the top of my bow to make this soft sound. Instead of, so there's a bit of a difference. Ugh. I don't usually start there because, as you could see, it's kind of difficult to balance the bow at that point. So it would be that the bow was already on the string, and then I would turn it. So, for example, then I could do it. So, yeah. There is a lot to the technique, and I think 90% of what I do with my violin, I don't think about it. It's just something that is in my hand, in my reflexes, something that I just I've done so many times that I don't think about it. It's a feeling that almost feels like it comes before the thought of playing. I have the feeling of how it feels to play this note, and the bow is a huge part of it. The bow is the way that the violin can be any expression. It's like the feelings of the violin is the bow. And okay, now it's tonight's philosophy. What would the fingers be? Yeah, so that would be the, I don't know, hardware, and then it's the software. I will stop now. So I would just jump to Last of Us. It's been half an hour. The frames per second is dropping. I will look into that afterwards, because afterwards YouTube has recorded this session and I will look into it. So is it too slow, or like the synchronized thing? Or yeah, I can see it's like kind of jumping screen wise. Okay, I will look into it. So Last of Us is also actually a lot of guitar parts, but I think it has really potential, and it also has potential maybe for some that I could play some duet with myself. I will just put it down. And again, I haven't tried my sheet music, I only wrote them. And yeah, I'll just try. As you can see, I wrote some of the guitar part again, just not to forget it. I'm not gonna play those when I use the bow, but maybe I will add them afterwards, just by pizzicato. Yeah, I can see that it's jumping. I wonder why. Um, Let me see what I could do. Do I have any programs open at the same time? Maybe I do. I could try to close down my iPad showing. It's expensive to start streaming because you need a good microphone. I got that, and then I would need a new camera, and you know, suddenly I would need a new computer, and yeah, maybe it got. Yeah, the sound is good. I'm actually really fond of this kind of sound I found because this is a Shure microphone and it's very used. It's very used for podcasts at least. So it has kind of a round tone. But when I record it together with this contact microphone I have for my violin, it's so good because the violin microphone is kind of sharp and very detailed. And then when you get this kind of background sound with this very soft microphone, it blends very well. So it gives some depth to the violin. I think it helped with the glitch. So So this was actually a surprise because you don't get the full version when you listen to the show The Last of Us, but when you listen to the whole song, it actually has this kind of major piece, like a C part. It's very nice actually. So I will now listen. I will just play through without my headset on because I have a party here because I can listen to the music in at the same time. But And I would love to show you actually, but there is something about copyright um, and streaming the original content and such. So at this moment, I'm not experimenting with that. So, but it sounds really good together with the original at least. Um, and you also tried to get to save enough to buy a good microphone. Actually, I also saved up for this, but I actually bought it used, but it hadn't been used so much. The thing, if you were looking for a podcast microphone like this one, the thing is that I use it together with an amplifier or something called a cloud lifter, so it makes it again a bit more expensive. But again, I bought it from someone else, so I think that was half of the price if I went out to the store and I would buy it from you, and you would know. But like, I think it has a bit of scratches, but yeah, it doesn't make the sound bad. So. Thank you. Thank you, both of you. Yeah, the Jade Forest is also very nice. Um, I can't even remember if I played it the last time. No, I think I didn't. So it's a long time since I played it. Uh, since, and I know I'm not gonna be only a channel which only plays World of Warcraft music, but I just really have a love for a lot of their songs. And you should know how long of a list I have for all of those cover numbers I wanna practice. I also have a lot of anime music, some Naruto. Oh, yeah, that would also be nice. So, not a lot of time. Maybe I should do a live stream twice a week, and then I would get to it. I just think it's fun. Also this one. So immediately thought that it was so fun to start writing this music. So I'm also doing it for myself. Um, but I think it would be very. Don't you think it would be very cool to have this? Ugh, if I could play it. So it's very no, how would you say that? It's very this song is very famous for this kind of riff that goes on for the whole song. Um, yeah, I play everything with my heart. I sure do. I actually, as I started playing when I was 4 years old. So I had like my whole childhood would be around this violin, around me practicing and going to different master classes and competitions. To be a very classical violinist, I also studied at the Conservatory for Classical Music. And then suddenly at that education, I thought it would be fun to try to play something completely different. So I applied for the rhythmic conservatory we have here in Denmark and started studying there. I was admitted, very lucky. And then I started being a part of some jazz groups, or at least try. I was a part of a rock band, actually. There are some videos on YouTube, but yeah, it's a long time ago. But it was so fun to do. I really loved that time. And, playing some completely different things, learning how to improvise just a bit. I'm still a classical violinist at heart, but I never got back to this thought of, the way to Carnegie Hall or being a part of an orchestra, because not that I don't think that would be fun, but I just have this feeling that I want to have some other fun with my violin. And well, I actually, as it is my job, I don't have anything else that I do for work, so I live by playing small concerts around here in Denmark. Yes, a rock band. So the rock band is, if you wanna, I don't know, even if you can find it anymore. It was a project that one of my friends did, and I started playing in this band. Maybe if so the band was called Mythery, like myth and then Eri, and we had a song that was called The Crusader. I can't even find it. Maybe it's gone. I will look into it next time. It's not that I'm embarrassed about it. It was really good music. Actually, I thought that maybe with the right conditions and maybe a manager, or it's a lot to have 6 people on board and wanting the same thing at the same time. So so it didn't last so many years, but it was fun and it lasted. So yeah, maybe not. To hear about my violin and my bow. I have, yeah. I could just for a short, brief moment, I could talk about that. I have 2 violins. No, I have three violins. Um, but I don't really use the other two. I have a kind of a more cheap violin, you could say, and I use that for. I use that for if I were to shoot a movie that or shoot a video that was out on the ocean and I wouldn't dare to bring my love here, then I would use that. Um, but I haven't really got to it. I had one show that was um, a playback show, so I didn't have to use this violin. I just have to play with my recording, and it was on on a stage where there were kind of holes in the stage where there were light, and I was like so afraid that I would fall and fall on my violin, so I decided to bring that instead. And then yeah, and then I have an electrical violin, a white one. That was actually the one I used for the rock band. Not very good, but that was it. It looked very cool. So with holes in it, and it didn't cost very much. I think it was 1,000 Danish krones, which is like 140 dollars online. So, but it was very well. I used it for many years, and I still have it, but it's more of a memory now. I don't use it for concerts. And this microphone I'm using right now actually is a great live microphone. So, and it's built for that actually. So, whenever I should play outside or a big audience, I would use this microphone on my violin. So, a bit of music, I would go to the start again, Last of Us, and put it down in speed. And then I would just listen if it's possible to do the pizzicato, because I have an idea that it would be very cool for me to have two tracks on this recording. Even though it's fake because you can't play that at the same time, but I think that would be cool to do. Oh, I'm living the life. Yeah, well, it has, it had some consequences, you could say, because my childhood wasn't as freely as it could have been because of all of the practicing. So it has. It's like when you have to do something so elite and practice so much from when you were so little, it also comes with a price. So I think that I'm so grateful to be able to do this. So in that matter, it has been all worth it. But I also think it has a price, and also this life I'm living is very it has a lot of contrast because when I practice at home, I'm only myself. I only have my own ideas. I have to like keep it going and keep my own pace and be my own inspirator, my own motivator. And then when I get to the concerts, it's like a whole different world because you get so a lot of feedback and people are like it's happy and you play. And when I play to parties, it's also like a big, huge thing that I come to play, and it's everything is very big. And then you go home and it's very silent, you could say. So this kind of contrast is actually the reason that I started live streaming, because I thought it would be very nice to have company while I practice, and actually all of my thoughts have it out there getting some feedback, which I do, and I really love it. It's great because it's just sometimes really nice to open up this world that is so closed all of the time, to actually get this kind of human feedback. That's really nice. So 4 minutes left. I will just try to see if I could act as a guitarist here. So. and then there is a seed part. I think that could work. Oh, sorry. I'm glad to hear this, and I'm also really glad to see that it's actually growing, this community. I I thought that I heard, if you know Mr. Beast, he's very famous on YouTube, has a lot of followers. He said something about that you have to just improve something every time. And that helped me a lot, actually, just starting and thinking, okay, so I had this first live stream. What could I improve? I improved some of the camera, some of the light settings, some of the microphone, the sound, the showing of the iPad when it works, and the structure. I'm trying not to put as many uh, words in. I'm trying to maybe take a break when I don't know what to say, but it's well, it's live stream, so it doesn't matter. But I'm just thinking about how could I improve from every time to time, because I think that's the way forward. And I also got a lot of help of suggestions from you guys, and I think that is really gold for me, because I could have a lot of ideas how to improve, but it's actually you guys that see it from the other side and that can have a lot of really useful ideas. So please, everything that you have that you thought maybe some of the light is could be better, or you have an idea for how to structure these sessions. I'm just playing and having fun, but I'm all out for ideas. And thank you for listening, and you too have a great evening and a great week. I will get back to the next live session. I don't know what yet to play, but maybe I'll continue with these series. I think I would do that, do a part 2. And then I would focus on editing my video, my Argent tournament, and getting that out there. So hopefully next Sunday, we could talk about what you think about this video I just posted during this week. I would aim for that. Yeah, happy to see you and have a great night.